Hello, biracial Tiffany. My name is Tish. I'm in California, and I too am biracial, although it's reversed. My mom was white and my dad was black, and they got divorced when I was 7. But I did know I was around both sides of my family, so. But I love, love, love what you're doing with your channel. But I'm also surprised because I thought you had mentioned that you want to bridge the gap, but I thought that your generation was the generation that it was, you know, bridged. I thought you guys didn't see color and everyone just loved each other. Um, but it's good. I mean, not good to know, but it's good to see that you are at least out there and maybe you're probably helping someone. Not that I didn't really have any problems when I was growing up because my mom had a twin and my mom was white, white, white. I mean, pale, can't sit in the sun for 10 minutes without getting burned, covered with freckles, green eyes, red hair, straight white. So, I mean, we'd be places and, well, this was like in the 70s, late 70s, and people wouldn't even realize we were together. So that's what I got. I got that, and growing up, I got, what are you? Are you Hawaiian? Are you Alaskan? Are you Indian? And then I would just tell people my mother's white, my dad's black. And that was it. It was like, oh, but what is another aspect, or maybe, and I've only seen video 84 of Derek. I watched Derek. We're friends, whatever. We're YouTube buddies, I guess. And I saw his response to you, and then I went to your. So I watched 84. So I don't know, but you might have covered this. But even my aunt and her husband, they had 5 kids, and the first one was like black. She's the darkest one. She has like black hair. I mean, I know we're not supposed to say that, but and then each kid got lighter and lighter, and the hair got different too. Where the youngest one is blonde hair, freckles, green eyes, no ethnic, I mean, quote unquote ethnic features. You can barely tell that she's mixed, to the point so much where she got teased by her sisters that they would tell her she was adopted, and that someone left her on the front porch and they just kept her. So even inside the mulatto experience is another experience of that. But you might have touched on that before. But yeah, so I'm glad that you talk about this mulatto experience, and it is interesting, and it never really, I just lived life because my mother was strong. Even though my mother was white, she was on the March on Washington with Martin Luther King, and she had a lot of his speeches on record, and she would make me listen to the speeches. So even though she was white, it wasn't like, like you said, it wasn't like you look up and go, oh, this person is white. However, one time, when I got into junior high, because I was mostly around white people from kindergarten to 6th grade. Then junior high, I went to like mostly black people. And that's when, you start meeting people who put their hand on their head and start swinging. And one time I did that, and she said, you better stop talking black to me. There was that. That was the only time we ever had like a race conversation. And then after I had like my 4th boyfriend, and I like really dark. I mean, she liked black. She liked all men, I guess, but she just so happened to have 2 kids by 2 different black men. But when I brought home like my 4th boyfriend, and I like really, really dark guys, and she's like, well, I guess you're never going to date a white man. And I was like, no, I don't think I am. But other than that, it was never, never. She used to tell me that I was beautiful, and I like to wear my hair straight just because it's easier to comb. And, now you guys have products and tools that we did not have. My mother couldn't even teach me how to do my hair. My first boyfriend taught me how to do my hair. But So she would always say, "Oh, I love your curly hair." So, and early on in life, I realized that, yes, white people say whatever about black people, but white people spend hours in the sun trying to get brown skin and hours at salons trying to get curly hair. And, black people would spend hours at the salon trying to get straight hair. And so it really didn't matter what each other said about each other. It was kind of like they wanted to be like each other. And I just looked at it like, you know, I can wear my hair straight, I can wear my hair curly. I never had a problem with being what I was, what I am rather. And but I know that some people really did have, I don't know if you ever heard about Mariah Carey, how her issues growing up, but I never had issues. And oh, I did one time. My firstborn son, when he started learning colors, and he looked at daddy's black, and our son was brown. He told me I was peach, and I was like, I'm not peach, I'm black. And he said, no, mommy's peach, daddy's black. And that really hurt my feelings because I identified myself as black. My cousins, all of them except one, they chose to go white, which when I say that, I mean they listen to rock music, they date white people, they hung around more white people than I did. I chose rap music when it came out, and I like black guys, just so that's why I say they went white, I went black. So I just labeled myself as black. And interesting enough, when I got to corporate America, there again, it was a little bit of an issue. Uh, they'd say, "Well, you're not black. You're not black like other blacks." That was the comment I'd get. Or some people would get, "Oh, I didn't even know you were black." It's like, what did you think I was? Oh, Mexican, or you know, something else. But so it is interesting. And even now, when my son is 17, if I say, "Well, what am I to you?" Because I have interesting conversations with him. He's like, "What if I date a white girl?" I'm like, "So, you date a white girl." Then he'll come one day, it's like, "What if I date an Armenian?" "So, you date an Armenian. But but if I ask him, "What am I? Am I black or white?" And he says, "You're both." So, maybe eventually I think we're all going to be mixed anyway. If humans are here on this earth long enough, we're all going to be mixed anyway. But so just this video is going long. I'm sorry. I just really like your channel. Keep it up. I'm going to subscribe, and I look forward to watching you as you go through life. So keep it up.